Hey, this is CK, and it has been a week. It's been a good week. As you can see, I'm traveling again. I don't have my tea apparatus this week. I thought last week when I was in the airport that this week I would be back home and I'd have all my setup, but I forgot. I had a friend's wedding, so I'm glad I remembered. And I am in Tupelo, Mississippi. It is a small town, a very small town. I think it's like 35,000 people, and but it's very nice. Real pretty town. People pretty friendly, and this is my hotel room, such as it is, and just here for the night, and then going to the wedding tomorrow and driving back to Springfield. So next week I will be stationary and try and have all my stuff set up. So that leads me to though. Now my current status obviously is travel, and this week though I have, instead of a fancy tea thing, I have this hotel cup. Now this hotel cup does indeed, I don't want to spill it. It does have tea in it. You're just gonna have to trust me. And I'm drinking it tonight while on the go. I have the Twinings of London, the classic Prince of Wales tea. Sorry, it's kind of bright. Prince of Wales tea. This stuff is actually quite good. It has, it says here, well, it has a bunch of stuff about where it's sourced, and you never really know. But it says it light in color and a smooth and mild taste with a well-rounded character. It's also good, and it's nice. It has kind of a it's almost like a woody taste, like a, the difference between, if you, I don't know if you're a whiskey person, but if you drink whiskey and it's the difference between like a cheap whiskey and a not super strong but just a well developed or a nice whiskey with character. Kind of like that with tea. Sometimes you get taste notes that are more like wood or more like rock, or burnt. You get a lot of burnt sometimes if they really roast the leaves. It's a very mild taste. It's almost a glossy texture in your mouth. It's just very smooth and mellow. So if you're trying to get into something, and like it says here, I wanted to read this because it says it's perfect with or without milk and can be sweetened to taste. I've had it all of those ways, and it's always very good. So if you're on the go and you want something much better than the hotel tea, which is awful, then pick up a box of this. It's, I think, like $4 or $5, and it will do you well. So that's what I'm drinking this week. Your intake for this week is, I don't. Again, if you're not a gamer, I'm sorry, but the intake this week is a video game, and it's Destiny, which is a game that Bungie developed. They're the ones who made the first, most of the Halo games, except the most recent one. And this is it's an incredible game. If you haven't heard of it by now, then at least go and look at some press. They did a really good job. It's a perfect blend of like first-person shooter and large-scale online multiplayer. It's really, really well done. So I highly recommend Destiny by Bungie. I've been playing it a lot more than I thought I would. I really haven't been playing games a lot over the last few years, but I'm actually upgrading my console to an Xbox One and going full bore. So it's pretty great. So I might actually start doing some streaming stuff. Got a friend who's really into it, and we're both trying to break into that area. So watch for that, and I'll be sure to. I guess I can post my channel link here, and then hopefully I'll have a video on by the time you see this. So that's your intake for this week. Shoot the muse. Like I said, I'm traveling, and I'm in Tupelo, Mississippi, which is 6.5 hours from where I live. Took a day of vacation and brought work with me and things like that. But it made me think about what we're willing to do when someone in our life, even if it's someone that is in this case, it's a sibling of a very, very close friend of mine. I've known the family for a long time, and it wasn't something I wanted to miss. And so it interests me what we're willing to do on behalf of other people. And again, this is not a huge sacrifice. There was a little bit of juggling of work schedules and stuff like that, and I'll be doing that tonight. But it's interesting, and I want to propose to you that it's well worth taking some time and being willing to kind of step out of your normal routine on behalf of others, not just on behalf of your own vacation, but on behalf of someone else and some big event that's going on in their lives. And it's kind of a fun thing to do, and it gets you thinking beyond, what you are normally doing. And so even if it's something simple, like getting a hotel room for a night, driving some hours, and going to someone's wedding, it's really easy in our present day to be so preoccupied with our own stuff that we don't really think about how important something is to someone else. And I think that it goes a long way, and it teaches us something too. You know, I'm driving on the way here, and I 6.5 hours in the car by myself, and I'm listening to podcasts, and I've got some ideas, and I'm taking notes down. You know, and I put down a crazy number of voice notes. Because I just had time to think, and I was solving some problems that I've been trying to work on, little project stuff here and there, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's what I need to do. And you know, and well, I spoke it, not write. Don't write and drive. But you know, that's the kind of stuff that you don't. Sometimes you find these unexpected treasures when you step out and you go do something. So I just encourage you to do that, and that's your shoot the muse segment for this week. Is, you know, be willing to go and get a hotel room and go to a friend's wedding or something now and then. It'll do you well, and you can challenge yourself to bring along your accoutrements that you enjoy. That's for a friend if you ever watch this. Accoutrements. So that's it. Like I said, I brought work with me, so I should probably get to it, and I will see you when it's been about a week.